Welcome back to Scotty's Movies, and also welcome back to Scotty Predicts. And today I'm going to be predicting the results for WWE Summerslam 2025. This emanates from East Rutherford, New Jersey, at the MetLife Stadium this weekend on Saturday the 2nd of August and Sunday the 3rd of August. For the first time ever, SummerSlam is going to be a two-night event, like probably the last 5 or so WrestleManias have been. So yeah, I'm going to predict it now, and yeah, let's see if I get them all wrong as usual. Okay, so we're going to start with night one. We've got, I believe, 6 matches on each night. Now, this is at time of recording, so things could change. But so first up, we have Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. These two have been sort of going at it for a few months now. And I think Sami picked up a win on, was it Night of Champions, I think? I might be wrong. On a previous event anyway. And so they're going at it again. Probably, I imagine, for the last time. There is a little stipulation in this one. If Karrion Kross wins, Zayn has to say that Kross was right. And if Sami Zayn wins, Karrion Kross must say that he was wrong about Sami. Strange stipulations. Why not just have a cage match? I don't know. But yeah, strange. But who do you think is going to win this one? Yeah, I think we're going to get a Karrion Kross victory in this one. Don't know if it's going to have far-reaching consequences down the line for Sami. I'm not sure. But Karrion Kross getting a big win on a big stage, I think he needs it. He's doing some great work. So yeah, I'll go for Karrion Kross on this one. Next up, we got for the WWE Women's World Tag Titles, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss taking on the Judgment Day champions of Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. I think we're going to get a title change in this one. I do think maybe the Judgment Day are going to get these belts back at some stage in the future. Probably when we're leading up to Liv Morgan coming back. But I think for now we might see a switch with the not best of friends, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair taking the titles. They've been doing some pretty good work on SmackDown. And yeah, Charlotte's been actually getting cheers, which is unheard of. But yeah, so I think we'll see a title change in that one. Coming up next, we've got for the WWE Women's Championship. We've got Tiffany Stratton, who's the champion, versus Jade Cargill, who is the Queen of the Ring, and number one contender. And I think Tiffany's time is up on this one, unfortunately. I think they're going to switch the belt to Jade. How long she'll keep it, I don't know. With Naomi sort of sniffing about, I think we're going to have a champion versus champion match with Naomi down the line at some stage, but yeah, for now I think we're going to see a title change with Jade winning the belt. Tiffany's going to be around a long time. She's going to rack up those title wins and championships. So it's been, quite a few months since she's had it. So I believe we'll get Jade winning this one. And next up we have a tag match with the guys. We've got Randy Orton and Jelly Roll, who is the rapper, I believe, or a singer. He's a singer rapper. I don't know if he's a rapper. He's a singer anyway. I don't really know much about him. I'm not American. They're taking on Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul, and I think we're going to get an easy face victory in this one with Orton and Jelly Roll. It's like your celebrity match you get most years, and yeah, I just think we're going to get a sort of crowd pleasing result for this one. So probably with Logan taking an RKO, I would imagine. So yeah, that's what I think about that one. Coming up next, we've got for the World Championship, the Raw World Championship. We've got the champion Gunther taking on CM Punk. I think it's probably one of his first championship shots since he's been back, I believe. How do I think this is going to go? I don't know. It's a hard one to call. If Seth Rollins is really injured, then I think, in fact, thinking about it now, I think I'm going to go for Punk on this one. There could be other consequences if Seth Rollins isn't actually legitimately injured. Well, this is how I think it's going to play out. So I think Punk's going to win, get the championship. If Rollins isn't injured, I believe he's going to come out and try and cash in Money in the Bank. Whether he does, I'm not sure. Probably will. Probably beat Punk and carries their feud on again. But if he is legitimately injured, yeah, I still think we're going to get a Punk win. Change things up a bit. I'm not saying Gunther's getting stale, but I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know. I feel like he is a little bit. But yeah, so I'm going to go for Punk either way, thinking about it. And I think what will be probably the main event of night one. We're going to have a tag team match with Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed alongside Paul Heyman. Obviously, this is Seth Rollins' sort of stable versus Roman Reigns and I nearly said Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, the old Yeet Man. Yeah, I think this is the match that Seth Rollins probably would have been in, presumably in a one-on-one with Reigns if he wasn't injured. So in fact, thinking about it, yeah, because of this match, does that make us think that Rollins is definitely injured? I don't know. He could still pull a big swerve on us. I don't know. We'll see. He could even interfere in this one. But yeah, tag team match: Reigns and Uso versus Breakker and Reed. Heel victory in this, I think. Yeah, I just think pushing those guys to the moon is what they need to do at the moment, and the win over Reigns and Uso, probably, I would imagine Uso taking a pin, is probably what needs to go down here, if I'm honest. So yeah, that's a win for Mr. Heyman's stable there. And then we'll move on to night two. So first up, we've got the World Women's Championship, Raw World Women's Championship, whatever you want to call it, which is the champion Naomi, fresh off Money in the Bank cash-in, versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. Obviously, she interfered in that match recently, and obviously won the title with a cash-in. I think she's going to retain Naomi. I really do. I think she's going to hold on to the belt. Probably, let's say, take on Jade Cargill down the line at some point, champion versus champion. Yeah, I can't see anything other than a Naomi win here. Yeah, I know it's Rhea. I know it's and they're huge at the minute, but yeah, I think Naomi's going to sneak one. So coming up next, we have Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Solo being the United States champion, and they're going to meet in a steel cage match. Who have we got in this one? Yeah, I think Solo's going to retain in this one as well. Probably due to outside interference. He's got how many members of his family tree at ringside? Probably about three, at least three. I don't know if we get a debut of another one. I don't know, but I don't think the cage is going to keep him out, and I think unfortunately Jacob's going to fall victim here, and yeah, I think Solo's going to retain. Next up, we have for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, the champion Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. We've seen this match before, except this time it's going to be a no disqualification and no count out match, which basically no rules really, isn't it? But if Becky wins, Lyra can't challenge for the Intercontinental Championship anymore, and I do think that's what's going to happen here. If I'm going to get another championship retained in Becky keeping that belt, I think Lyra and Becky's then run its course. I don't know whether we get a Lyra heel turn, maybe. She might, whether it's she might flip. I don't know, but whether it's on Becky or some against somebody else on Raw, I don't know. But I think that's what's going to happen. Next up, we have for the men's Intercontinental Championship, we've got the champion Dominic Mysterio, who's been doing his best to get out of this match, versus AJ Styles. Obviously, Dom's been had his doctor's note for a few weeks now, and he's now fully fit, and he's taking on AJ. And I think again, I think Dom's retaining here. I think it'd be silly to take the belt off him at the moment. I think he's doing some great work, and a win over a big established name in AJ Styles will probably make him even bigger. So yeah, Dominic to retain the belt in this one. Next up, we've got another championship match. We've got a 6-pack TLC match for the WWE Tag Team Championship, which is currently owned by Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy of the Wyatt Six, and they're taking on Andrade and Rey Fenix, DIY, which is Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, Fraxium, which is obviously Nathan Frazier and Axiom, the Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. Now, if this is anything like the match that they had with, I think it was 4 teams on SmackDown for the TLC match, this is going to be just insane. I just think it's going to be an absolute banger, it really is. And who do you think is coming out with the belts? I do think we're going to get a title change. I'm struggling with this one. I'm going to go for the Street Profits to get the belts back. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, it's hard to predict for me. But yeah, I think I'll go for the Street Profits on this one. Yeah, so new champions there. And then that leaves us the main event of night 2, which is, of course, the WWE Champion John Cena in, again, one of his last appearances for the WWE in his farewell tour. I don't know how many he's got left after this. And he's taking on Cody Rhodes, who he obviously beat for the title back at WrestleMania. What do you think is going to happen in this one? Excuse me. I do think we're going to get a double turn a la Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think Cena's got to be a face again. Maybe for his last 5 months or so, whatever it is, 4 or 5 months or so of his career in the WWE. I think he's going to go back to being a face. And Rhodes has kind of been displaying a few heel tendencies. I just think we're going to get basically a double turn, which will mean Cody Rhodes beating John Cena and becoming the new WWE champion once again. Whether they'll clash again down the line, I'm not too sure, but I just think that's what's going to happen. So yeah, we're going to end SummerSlam with John Cena turning face again. Cody Rhodes turning heel. Out there, but yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. So yeah, that is my predictions for SummerSlam 2025. So yeah, comment down below what you think of my predictions. Put in the comments your predictions, your own predictions. Let me know what you think is going to happen. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon for another WWE prediction video. See you soon, guys.